Hi guys, and happy New Year. I've been wanting to do a New Year's collective reading for a minute now, but I've been so busy. And between being busy, I've been tired. And between all that, tarot and just daily house things, daily everyday things, trying to keep myself healthy. So let's do a collective reading for the new year. I want to start with what we are leaving behind. I'm being told to draw 3 cards for whatever it is that we are leaving behind in 2024. I'm recording this the first. I don't know if I'll have it up on the first, but we have, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. She wanted to come out reversed. Okay, the camera didn't catch that. I threw this at my phone. But it's interesting. There's something here. What we're leaving behind is the need to have it all. The need to keep up with whatever, like for those of you who like to be on social media and you see that your friend has this and that your friend has that, or that, your influencers, whoever it is that you look up to, they have all these things. We're leaving behind material things in 2024. Not saying that there won't be any of that. I feel like we're just going to less focus on, for a lot of us, like we're not going to be focusing on brands. We're not going to be focusing on getting something right away, when you know that if you wait a few weeks, a few months after it comes out, it's going to be less. We're leaving behind a bit of materialism, and we're going to embrace something else. But what else are we leaving behind? So we're leaving behind materialism. Oh, we're leaving behind the heartbreak. Look, anyone who got their heart broken or messed up in 2024, we're leaving that the F behind. Like we're not dealing with anybody who's playing with our hearts, or anyone who leaves us confused. We are not dealing with that. You're going to find them less attractive, quite honestly. You're going to find those people less attractive because, let's face it, there's a personality trait to somebody who is able to just leave somebody confused, and that's not great here. I actually had to have I had a very strong realization about that, where, if people are okay leaving you feeling confused, or, dangling on their little whims, they're just not good people, regardless of whether that's intentional or not. I'm sure they can change, but we're leaving that behind. We're leaving that behind. And Six of Cups, we're also leaving behind any nostalgia that is keeping us back. It's the Six of Cups. We're leaving behind childhood fears, childhood wounds, or anything attached to those things that are keeping us in an energy that doesn't allow us to flourish. Again, not saying that there's anything wrong with nostalgia at all, but we're leaving behind. For example, I see this getting marketed towards my generation, millennial generations, a lot. They bring back things from the 90s, they bring back things from my childhood, and we're so willing to spend money on that. We're going to start second guessing that. It's like, wait, that's just a marketing tactic. Let me not buy something just because it looks like a Polly Pocket purse or whatever, even though, as I said that, I'm like, I would actually love that. So we're leaving behind anywhere where nostalgia has left us stunted with growth, essentially. We're going to leave behind anything that is preventing us from moving forward. So materialism, broken hearts, and anything attached to that broken heart. Oh gosh, sorry. A lot of us are releasing broken hearts and nostalgia, especially when you tie all of these together. If there's somebody from your past that the only reason you really want to hang on to them is because of your history with them, or whatever the case may be, we're leaving that behind. Same thing with the material situation. If you're only with somebody for material reasons, it's not going to last, is what I'm hearing. But let's see what we're embracing. What are we coming into in 2025? A year of completion. We have the King of Wands. We're stepping into our very powerful, charismatic, outgoing. We're becoming essentially the main character here. We're stepping into our power this year. We're also not going to be afraid of the limelight or the spotlight, whatever the case may be. This guy is riding a freaking unicorn. I love this deck for this reason. It's one of my older decks. He's riding a black unicorn, and we're also stepping more into masculine energy where it suits us. Not in relationships where some of us need to be a little bit more in our feminine, but for those of you who have been wanting to advance yourself, who had wanted to gain something, we're stepping into that this year. We're not becoming shy at all. We are not becoming shy this year. Let's get more cards. There's a lot of fire energy, so if you're already a fire sign, I feel like you'll do really well. If you're not, you're going to see yourself gain a little bit of that charisma, that riz, if you will, that you see a lot of fire signs naturally have. We have the Five of Wands. We're not going to be afraid to fight for what we want. We're not going to be afraid to fight for what we want. We're also not going to be afraid of standing up for ourselves. And this is also For some of you, you could actually take up like a sport or something, because we're going to have a lot of energy this year. For some of you, you're going to have a lot of energy. So I do see you taking up, maybe some of you are going to the gym. Some of you could just take up sport in general. Maybe you're going to do more outdoor activities, I'm feeling. Or you could find somebody to do these things with, and that's what keeps you going. It's like we're being socially pressured to be very active, which I actually kind of like, you know, good cases of peer pressure here. And let's get one more card. For some of you, you're not dealing with people, you're not dealing with anyone that is making you feel less than. I feel like if you're not fighting back, you're at least making a case for yourself. And I see people applauding you for it, especially if you're somebody who typically doesn't stand up for yourself. If people see you stand up for yourself, they're going to support you 110%. The last card we have is the Eight of Swords. We're taking back control for sure. For a lot of us, I feel like we've been stuck in this... It's interesting. This card says interference. And that's, I don't know if that's exactly what I would consider the Eight of Swords to be, but we're not allowing ourselves to be this little puppet. Here she's a puppet because they don't really, these characters don't really have eyes or a mouth or anything. We're not going to be victim of circumstance anymore. And we're not allowing people to tell us what to do. We're not going to, for a lot of you, you've become very restless and you want to gain back control over your life or over your feelings, over whatever it is that has kept you in a stuck energy. I feel like 2024 really illuminated where some people have been either repeating patterns or stuck in a situation, or even illuminated certain wounds or certain places where we've needed to heal, or just, you know, where we have needed to become better. And I feel like this year we've been really, there's an intensity to this year that I feel like a lot of people are really going to benefit from, because all my shy people out there, you're not going to be shy anymore. At the very least, you're going to start seeing yourself break out of your shell, which I honestly love, because I've been getting that, especially for my very introverted friends. And I say this as a former introvert, still kind of am, like I still prefer to be by myself more than anything. We're stepping into a lot of confidence, a lot of energy, and the refusal to allow circumstances around us to dictate how we live our lives. This is very much taking back control of your life in every way, shape, and form. Especially for those of you who have been, it's like you're refusing to be victimized here. Even if you are, it's like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to take control of the situation, because I'm not going to allow anybody else to tell me how to live my life. I'm not going to allow them to tell me how to live my life, whether it's directly or indirectly or whatever circumstances here. A lot of you love this. I love this for you. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the best part is, this is a long-lasting habit that you are creating here. Because if the things you want don't happen this year, they're for sure going to happen the next year. Because this is Year of the Snake. And I feel like the Year of the Snake is definitely more a transition year more than anything. Because there's an intensity to this energy. And there's definitely like a change. There's a transformation here. Think of how a snake sheds its skin. There's also a... how would I say this? I want to say sensual, but by that I mean like you're literally pleasing the senses. You're going to take everything very, very deeply. Like you're going to live life to its fullest. You're going to taste everything. You're going to see everything. You're going to open your eyes. The senses are going to be very illuminated here. And that itself is like prepping you for the following year, which is Year of the Horse. And I'm excited for that year because I'm a horse myself. And that year is full of a lot of action. It's full of a lot of I keep hearing serendipity. So I'm already looking to 2026, believe it or not, here, this first day of 2025. But this is a transition year for a lot of you. You're preparing yourself to be something bigger than yourself, and it's going to enrich you. See, this year, if last year was the seed you planted, this is the year where you are being fertilized and nourished and watered, and you're taking in the sun, you're taking in everything to become the best version of you, so that next year you finally bloom. Beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and get... I'm going to use my Winged Messengers deck, and this is a special deck because it's only available locally where I live. So if you live in Georgia, in Woodstock specifically, that's where the store is, go by there. It's a beautiful deck by, let me give her name, Melinda Dale Harden Payne. She painted these beautiful deck about birds, and each bird has a message. So let's see what's coming through for my beautiful collective here. I almost said pile. Ooh, okay, so for my beautiful collective, we've got Awaken, 36. Some of you could be turning 36 this year. Some of you could be turning 36 next year. I know I am. But this is about an awakening. There is an awakening for a lot of you this year. In general, 2025 is going to be very spiritual. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you have very, very profound spiritual experiences. If you've already awakened, it's a reawakening. Those are always fun, aren't they? Let's go ahead and get another card, though. And I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. I'll look it up, just in case birds are important to you. Oh, let me show you, I guess. It's a beautiful, beautiful bird. But we're awakening this year. All right, second card. We have healing 23. So again, 23 could be an important number. Maybe some of you are turning 23. 2023 could have been when you started this journey for some of you, but we're definitely healing this year. I mean, we're healing all the time in every way and shape and form. I mean, think of the human body. Doesn't matter what happens to it, it's always in the process of regeneration and healing. It's truly a marvel, a beautiful miracle of life here. But in the same way, our emotions, our energy is always healing if we allow it to. That's the only caveat to that particular kind of healing, is that we have to allow our mind to allow us to heal by letting things go, leaving things in the past, and maybe even learning to see things in a new perspective. What's underneath the Prince of Pentacles? Ooh, justice. For some of you, karma is coming for the people who have wronged you this year, and or it's also coming for you. The good karma that you have, it's coming back for you. I feel like you're going to start seeing a lot of the results of your hard labor this year. And underneath that, we have the Page of Wands. For a lot of you, lots of creativity, lots of creative energy. I feel like a lot of you are going to be very busy this year with a lot of things. And underneath the Bird deck, we have Hope 27. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is a mourning dove, and mourning doves, they mean a lot to me. One of my grandmother's name means mourning dove, Zenaida in Spanish, and they make a beautiful sound. They sound a little bit, it sounds a little bit like hooting, like an owl hooting, but they're beautiful. Go listen to them. They're beautiful birds. So for a lot of you, there's something about I'm hearing a new hope for those of you who are into Star Wars, but also a new dawn, an awakening, hope, healing. There's something beautiful this year. Like I said, it's a spiritual awakening, renewal. We're leaving behind a lot of BS in 2024. It was fun, but that fun stays there. But yeah, this is what we have for 2025. If you would still like a personalized reading, I'm offering them until the 7th for this last week. Or yeah, for this last week as I post this. I will have my details in the description below, including my email, and I'll see you guys around. Happy 2025.